Hello! It's Sunday. I'm CJ, and it's been a while. It's not actually been that long. I just feel like January was just the longest month in history, and then I just never really caught back up because for those of you who've been following, I have been busy queering up the mainstream in the UK as best I know how. Obviously, when it comes to talking about gender roles and gender expectations and stuff like that, there was no way that I could possibly let another week go by because I have a lot of feelings about this. Cis people turn around, like Rupert Everett, who should stop it, turn around and they say things like, well, I wore a dress every day until I was 15, and if these gender activists had had their way, then I would be diagnosed as trans, and someone would have come in and they would have performed all kinds of brutal surgeries on me for no reason, and they would have mutilated me, and then I would have been sad about it. Which, like, my patience with this, obviously, is minus. I have minus thousands of patients. I'm actually having to, like, take loans on future patients until I get the fuck over this because it's ridiculous. Society says that we're going to colour code a child based predominantly on its genitals. So you can have a pink baby or you can have a blue baby, and they're the only kinds of babies that you can have. Little pink colour-coded children are going to be given dolls and babies and prams and cooking things and stuff to leave them in a life of servitude and wifedom. Blue-coloured babies are gonna get tanks and cars and mud-coloured things because their job is to go out with weapons and fight to protect their pink-coloured people. Which, is it any wonder then that a child who's having any kind of like gender confusion or dysphoria is like, okay, I think I like the pink things more or I like the blue things more because that's how I'm trying to express my gender. For like a little person, that's quite a simple way to be like, this is who I am. Because they're only mimicking what they've been shown. Then what happens weirdly, because I'm not faulting a child for that, because kids are little and they still got a lot of learning to do, I am faulting adults who seem to think that that's how trans works. Because the idea of like gender stereotyping of colours and indeed colour coding people by their genitals is bizarre. It is the weirdest thing. It makes me violently uncomfortable because why would you do that? Why does anybody care? So then adults, I've noticed recently, are going, well, you know, if this child is, this blue-coloured child, blue-shaded child is trying to wear pink-shaded things, and obviously they must be trans, and that's what trans activists are saying. And actually, that isn't what trans activists are saying. As a trans activist, that is in fact not what I'm saying. As a person who has written a book and been told that that's what I'm saying in my book, that is also not what I'm saying. Because the truth is that there are pink-coloured babies who like to wear the blue things, they also like to wear the pink things, they like to wear the purple things, they like to wear the everything, and they have no gender issues whatsoever. Because this is in the area of what we call gender expression. It doesn't have anything to do with their gender identity. Like if you're a pink-coded person and you like pink-coded things and you like the pinks, like brilliant. And if you were assigned a pink-coloured thing, but now you feel like you're very much a blue-coloured thing and you're very much in that binary mode, then brilliant. But it is super important to realise that, like, nobody's saying that you've got to be. And nobody's saying that you have to be. And that there may be people, and I'm very proud to consider myself as one of them, who's like, I think I'm much closer to the blue-coloured thing, but I'm also quite happy occasionally dabbling in the pink-coloured area. And that's where I'm most comfortable. And the thing about all of that, the thing about my expression of that, is that it has nothing to do with you. I do not need to justify it to anybody. And you cannot tell my gender identity from it. And that's it, period, end of. So I wear clothes. I don't wear gendered clothes, I just wear clothes. I don't really understand this need to gender things. Because it's ridiculous. Like, and I think conceptually I don't understand it because the idea is going, we gender things so that people will buy them for their colour-coded babies so that their babies grow up right. The important flip of that, and this is the bit where I'm also, like, my second kind of roundy point, and this is more really at the trans community, is that, like, we have to be super careful what we sign up for when we agree to this. So, for instance, talking about how we never really liked pink-coded things or we never really liked blue-coded things, we only ever liked the other thing. While, yep, that's definitely a manifestation of something, you don't have to prove your transness to anybody. And this kind of tran mentality of like, oh, you can't be FTM if you like pink things, or why do you still have these various female traits? Like, let's be super careful what we do with misogyny as well. I understand being uncomfortable in your body. That is your relationship to your body. And that doesn't mean that female things are bad things. We have got to stop sliding into this territory where we then kind of take on the language of people who aren't on our side and are using us to like condemn other things. Because one of the big things that you notice about the world right now is the fact that when it comes to the color coding of stuff, part of the subtext is, I don't want my pink coded baby to like the blue coded things because what if they end up gay? And vice versa. And the homophobia inherent in that is like beyond distressing and is so usualized and exists so much in the world at present that it's a little bit staggering because, you know, you like their clothes and their colours and their food and their shoes and their glasses and their duvets and, you know, their bookshelves and their toolkits and their all of that kind of stuff. And this incessant need that we have to be like, well, what's the gender of it is crazy. And honestly, I think it starts with being aware of how many times you say something. And I've really started to do that. I'm kind of watching how I use language and the words that I say and being like, oh, okay, actually, I realise the subtext of what I'm saying there. And I realise that actually that thing that I said could have been done in a better way. And there's nothing wrong with changing that. I'm looking at it and kind of exploring it and trying to do better. My usual mantra. Particularly in 2017, where people are really not bothering to do better at all. So, yeah, that's it. I think that's all I've got for now. I could probably go on about this for about 12 days, but I shan't and won't, not tonight. But it's nice to see you all. I hope you're surviving. For those of you who are stuck in places where things are terrifying, please make sure that you talk to somebody, anybody. Come talk to us, come talk to me, come say anything. I hope that you're all looking after yourselves and making sure that self-care is high on your list of things that are going on right now, because we need you, and the world is a little bit messy, but we need you to help fix it. So yeah, that's it. Happy Sunday, and I'll talk to you next week. Bye.